So it's Gizmo and the Goon. It's Gizmo and the Goon. One is a beauty, the other's alone. To prove a father's worth, and leave our force to earth. It's Gizmo and the Goon, 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 goon. Black men, welcome back to Gizmo and the Goon.
I like that. What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
I think it's pretty good. I like it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
Makes me dance a little.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's
Let's
Gizmo and the Goon. I
right.
like it.
Yeah, yeah. Let's cue that again. Let's cue that again. And
Let's
when I point,
do
So it's Gizmo and the Goon. It's Gizmo and the Goon. One is a beauty, the other's alone. To prove a father's worth, and leave our force to earth. It's Gizmo. It's Gizmo and the Goon, 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 goon.
thank you, thank you,
Black
thank you, thank
men,
you, thank you, thank you.
super cute.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Yana. Thank you. Next phase. Okay, the next phase. We can't see you. Signal back. Okay, you can't see me. You can't see me. The next phases. Is that what it is? Or you can't see my new host. Shout out to, so let me know that. First of all, welcome back to Gizmo and the Goon. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Also, don't forget to drop a comment. Shout out to y'all. You know, the Goon is in the house. The Giz is in the house. Daddy's Pumpkin also have a new, fresh off the presses, you know what I'm saying, with new co-hosts. Uh, Yana. Yana will be assisting me moving forward. Yana, and I'm looking forward to being able to put this. Yana, you know what I'm saying, for being here. I want to thank her for her time this evening. You know what I'm saying? She's a very busy young woman. And you know what I'm saying? Listen, I got 3 people in here. Y'all better get them Lizites. Y'all know I don't play no games about my Lizites. All right? I don't care if it's one of y'all, I want one like. All right? Let's get them up. Now, shout out to, you know what I'm saying, my chat. Shout out who we got in here. You know what I'm saying? Who we got in here so far. Kansas City said hi. God's exquisite mercy. Shout out to God's exquisite mercy. Peace and love. I want to shout out to my man Gerald Herrard. Gerald Harrod. Gerald Harrod called me the King Goon. He said, "What's up, King Goon?" He shot one. I like that. I may have to make that a thing. King of the Goons. Yana, what do you think about that? You know what I'm saying? First of all, is that something you know what I'm saying you might get interested in? What do you think about that? King Goon. You like that?
King Goon, I think it's nice. It fits you. You
Okay,
wearing the
awesome.
outfit for it. Look at you, looking like
So,
a black king.
oh, dude, thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen. I got this when I was in Egypt, Shalahash, Egypt. This is my first time wearing it. Swear, y'all know Austin don't do no cap. First time wearing it, Shalahash, Egypt. I basically ran out of suits. I said, let me throw this thing on, you know what I'm saying, for this evening. All right, let's see. No, hi, can I get a shout out, Gizmo? Yeah, absolutely, Charles. He say, hey, Gizmo, shout out to Charles Clipper. He said he want to shout out to Gizmo. Say, hey, Gizzy. Say, hey, little Gizmo. Why you dress so funky? So shout out to Charles, man. Peace, Charles. Peace and love, brother. Are you a father, brother? You know what I'm saying? And shout out to you. I got 14 of y'all in here, but I don't got no Lizites. Come on, y'all. Now, let's get this thing together. I followed you from SBC. Shout out to you, Next Faces. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you being here. I definitely appreciate, you know, all of y'all for being here. Shout out, you know what I'm saying, to y'all, you know, my people. Yes, indeed. And as y'all know, you know what I mean, the King Goon. I think I'm gonna run with that. Shout out to Charles Herod. I want to make sure 9170. I always want to be kind enough to acknowledge my people. I'm gonna tell y'all something. There's always opportunity when you try to work with your own people, you try to get on your own community. I depend on specifically the support of Black people. I don't fence jump. I don't care what the circumstances is, and I always think that there's opportunity when you work with your own people, because when you do that, and you have your own lane, and you give quality, because I believe in giving before you get. So that's why I don't ever ask for anything. I already know the creator is going to add unto me as he sees fit. So that's really my thing. My job is to give value. You know what I'm saying? And then become valuable, and then my people will let me know what that entails. All right. What kind of content will you be doing here? Great question. Next phase. This is really extremely about. This is my channel is mainly and specifically related to Black masculinity, right? I think that Black men are truly in a dire state in terms of their self discipline, their the mindset, the way they see the world. You know what I'm saying? Their self esteem. I think a lot of it is shot, and there's a lot of socioeconomic reasons for that. So, however, that's extremely important to me, because I believe that through that, this is how we build strong communities, and this is how we bring this is how we bring ourselves closer to our women by being stronger men. I believe in building communities through men, and that will be the primary. That's always the primary focus. With that, also, the caveat is not only that how it is to bring our women closer to our men, but I specifically focus on Black masculinity. That's my thing. And the journey of a Black man as a father with his daughter and so forth. So your daughter is precious. Thank you, Next Phase. I appreciate that. Finally caught you live. Yes, yeah, Fancy. Okay, Miss Fancy in here. Okay, about time you got in here. I agree. We seem lost away. Yes, we do. Yes, we are. But here's the thing, Next Phase. I have a lot of hope for us. You know what I'm saying? It's not I have extreme, because here's the thing. I'm not one of these gloom and doom kind of guys. You have a lot of Black men who always want to complain about the community, but they never offer any solutions, right? And I believe what I have to offer is true solutions. You know what I'm saying? To what ails Black men, and to get them to the level that we need to be collectively as a unit. And as my boss said, if it's all on me, then we already lost. I think he said something like that. If it's all on me, then we're all lost, or something along that. And I don't want it to be all on me. However, I just want to do my small part in order to help raise the self-esteem and masculinity of Black men, so that way we can be better men for our women, and we can have better communities, because that's always been a passion of mine. And that truly is what the King Goon is all. King Goon, man, oh man, brother, shout out to you. Thank you for that. Now, I want to get into a couple of things before I start my diatribe. And what did I say? What is it about? Oh, yes. This is about have Black men sold their souls for money. Let me say this before I begin. Nobody, this first gentleman that you're going to see, I'm not attacking him personally. This has nothing to do with him personally. I'm just using him as a reference point to some of the things that I see. So I'm just using him once again as a reference point. I don't want to attack him personally. I'm dealing with the mindset and not him. Don't know this man individually, have no reason to attack him individually. However, I just wish to show this so that way I can then break down some things, and then we can kind of go from there. Do you check your email for requests for interview? Next phase is, you know what? The fixer was responsible for that initially. However, I'm terrible with that stuff, and I had several offers. I wasn't interested in. I remember a couple of them that I wasn't interested in, because like I don't Austin don't do nothing for money. I want to say that 100%. And I'm comfortable with, then I'm not gonna do it. So therein lies. I'm not just gonna do anything for money. I think, and that's the point of from there if you have something in mind. Now, that being said, Miss Yana, would you roll this first clip of this gentleman, and then we can kind of, you know what I'm saying, we kind of walk it through from there, if you don't mind.
You got it.
Single guy. Hello, welcome in. I'll have you hold this. What's your name? Mozzie, mic up.
Mozzie.
Okay, and Mozzie, how old are you?
I'm 38.
And what do you do?
I own a trucking company and a car wash.
Okay, very cool. So what are some things you like to do for fun?
Travel, book private jets, yachts, and pop bottles in clubs.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some things you look for in a woman?
A woman that's not promiscuous. She believes in herself.
Okay, stop it, Yana, please.
She's assured of herself, and she don't have no insecurity.
Okay, I think the brother meant to say promiscuous. Promiscuous was the word. The brother didn't quite say that right. But the word is promiscuous, as my chat so eloquently can.
Securities.
Okay. Now, what are some deal breakers?
Giannis do.
That what I just said.
Oh, okay. Well, then, so we did get to pop balloons. Let's go on over there and see why they ended up popping. We can have your name and age and why'd you end up popping your balloon.
I'm Alexis. I'm 30 years old.
Okay. And Alexis, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Well, Mozzie, you're very handsome, but
Thank you.
your aesthetic is not normally my aesthetic.
Like skinny guys.
No, it's not that.
Okay.
I like a little weight on them.
Yeah.
But
And there's a lot to
sound like
unpack
you
here.
like to go to the
With this
club.
gentleman.
No, see, listen, not all the time. When I step out, I step out. I'm gonna show up and show out, right?
Right.
Yana, can you hear me? I don't know if you
I'm
can
not
hear me.
outside all the time.
I can hear you.
I'm getting money.
Okay, can you stop? Pause it, please.
Pause it.
Yes.
So now is she someone that's your type?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Yana. As y'all heard him when she said that when the young lady said that she was not interested, and he said, "What you don't like skinny guys? You come off as very defensive. You come off as a man who's not very self-aware. You should never be trying to convince a woman. The woman said she wasn't interested. That's that, right? So she doesn't have to give a reason why. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have to qualify that. So black men, stop trying to make a woman see your line of thought. The woman said that she's not interested. You simply accept it graciously. Move to the next young lady. Okay, so that's not even number one. The jury. Here's the thing. What I want to say about this is this. You know, there's a time and a place for everything, and sometimes what I've learned being around certain people is that real wealth is quiet. You know what I'm saying? And rich is loud. And so, from what I understand, that the brother he has some success in certain areas, but however, and found out that he was in some sort of a studio. What's that? Y'all know these things, but I do. It was like a studio where they book, where they have shoot videos. He was trying to act like he was in a private jet, and then BM, shout out to Arlette's husband, he put him on blast. So it's just it was just a terrible look. You know what I'm saying in terms of this. And once again, I'm not attacking him. What I do want to do is I want to deal with the mindset of black men who think that this is the way to present yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because if a woman was interested in you, said, you know what I'm saying, you interested in popping bottles. Well, what type of quality woman could you be possibly looking for if that's what you bring to the table, and that's, you know what I'm saying, okay, well, what type of value do you bring, brother? What are you made of? What's your goals? You should be leading with that and not necessarily materialistic things, because then it makes you look like there's nothing that you hollow. So when it's gone, what can you do, right? So they're like, just be confident and more for. I couldn't agree more. Next phases, and so there's that. Them shoes were clean though. Yeah, they was. You know what I'm saying? I think them was some Louis joint. Them shoes, but yes, And you know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem. I definitely, you know what I mean? I definitely like design. I definitely like things. It's just sometimes we can overdo things and then it comes off as it comes off as you playing a character when it should really come off as, you know, you really believe in yourself, and you believe in yourself because you've been made of the right, you're made of the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's important. Roll it, Yana, please. What, Gizzy? What's up, Gizmo? What's up, Gizmo? That's Yana. Can you you got the volume?
I don't know.
Okay.
Look like you be in the club before you even said that you were going to the
Thank
club. I'm not a club girly. I'm a church girly.
You're a homebody.
No, I don't be home. I be at church and at work.
Nothing wrong with that. God is good.
The club. You look like you just be throwing the ones on them. I'm okay. Look, he didn't deny it. Yeah.
Get on my Instagram. Yeah, you gonna see it.
Yeah, though. So, Mazzy, is she someone that's your type?
She beautiful, but she not my type though.
Okay, and why not?
She beautiful, but she's just not my body frame. That's it. Yeah.
Let's go over here. Your name and age, and why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I'm Sativa. I'm 29. I just pop like you look buff, but like I like to do a lot of like conditioning and mobility, working out, pull ups, body weight stuff. So I think that's just what it is. Like you might be like, so like I like cardio. Oh, it just sounds. You're not as like fit looking as I would probably be into, but I'm super extra too. I got grills top and bottom. I was gonna wear them, but I didn't because I thought I didn't think. I was like, I don't want to be too much because I'm already a lot. So that stuff doesn't bother me. I think it's just because probably just my workout style. Just because I want to be able to do like tactical training with whoever I'm with and stuff. So
100%.
Yeah. Okay. So is she someone that's your type?
No.
Okay, why not?
She got too much going on in her face. She beautiful though, but she just got too much going on in her face. Like
you got face tats too.
That might get caught in the
exactly.
No, like the stuff on her face might get caught in the sheets or something. You
No.
know?
So my cheek piercings are like I just got them a few months ago, but they take like a year to heal, so I still have long bars. So normally they'll be smaller.
Pause, please.
But yeah, no, it's okay.
Thank you. One of the things that I want to say here is that I noticed that a lot of black men, they always have to qualify. They always have to say she's beautiful, but a lot of these women are not beautiful. Okay, that's just that word is thrown around too recklessly, too loosely. A lot of these women are average at best. You know what I'm saying? And that's there's nothing wrong with that. You know how there's this need and caveat to be able to call a woman beautiful, so that way somehow you can make the compliment, what I mean, more easier to digest, or the rejection easier to digest is probably not the way to go. You just simply make your point. She said she's your type. No, she's not. You know what I'm saying? Why? She's not attracted to her. It's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? That's that. You don't have to, there's no need to insult or take anything personal. You don't know these people. I've seen a lot of brothers take this stuff a little too personal for me. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to take rejection. Taking rejection is part of life. You know what I'm saying? When you're a man. That's something that women should struggle with because they don't usually have to do much approaching. You know what I'm saying? So that should be something that women should be leery of. Men should never fear rejection. That's never a good look. And to take a this is why I don't like a lot of these cornball podcasts. Do y'all know a lot of these guys are telling men don't cold approach? Oh man, I don't cold approach no woman. She got to send me choosing signals and all this old. Hey, look here. Hey, Slowpoke. What if she was raised to be a lady? What if she was raised in a way that her culture and the people around her, told her that if a man is truly a masculine man, that he wouldn't have a problem stepping to her. And excuse me, young lady, I think you very gorgeous. Would you like to? Can I take you out for dinner sometime? Would you like to have a cup of coffee with me? Like, what's wrong with that? And so you're telling men don't approach women when that's what you should never be afraid of rejection as a man. You sound like a cornball, and this is why I don't like a lot of these stupid podcasts, because most of them corny, and that's the B says that garbage. Like I'm gonna start calling these guys out by name because a lot of times I try to pretend, however, I don't think that if you can say it, you should be able to stand on it. So for you telling men to not cold approach women, like what woman wants to walk up to a man in a crowded room and risk rejection? You know what I'm saying? That's not a thing. That's a thing for a man. Your ego should be bulletproof, dog. Your ego should be so big you couldn't care who in the room. Look at baby, if you ain't interested, what about her? You ain't. What about your mama? You know what I'm saying? Your grandma. Somebody want me. You see what I'm saying? That should be the mentality. The mentality shouldn't be, well, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to cold approach woman unless she gives me signal. Look here, brother, you sound like a sucker. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys, you know what I mean, gotta stop listening to these stupid podcasters because in the end they give you bad advice. And and that's just the bottom line. A lot of times when you see women in the street, if she does like you, she may just give you a look. Like I say, she may not, she may give you something very subtle. You know what I mean? But if you're interested in her, why not? What does it cost you to say hello, how you doing? What does it cost you to, you know what I'm saying, to see if she's a woman who can pay you, who's paying you any mind? It doesn't cost you nothing. And you sound like a cornball if you're not trying to, you know what I'm saying, you're not trying to find out. That's just the bottom line of that. You can roll that up, Miss Yana.
Okay.
She beautiful though.
Yeah.
Nah, she beautiful.
Thank you.
Ain't nothing wrong with her.
Let's go over here. Your name and age and why you end up popping your balloon. Hi, Mazi.
Hey.
I'm Wakuna, 36, and I popped because of the reason the book girls gave. Just because.
I got too much going on.
Yeah, that's it.
There's something wrong with that?
I'm not used to that. It's a little different. And sometimes we're scared of difference, so. Yeah.
100%.
Okay, got it. Is she someone that's your type?
You ever been on a private jet before?
No, not yet.
Not yet. I want to find out.
No.
Okay. Now. Yeah, let's unpack that. Let's unpack that. Now he came on and he presented, you know what I mean. He presented himself as an option. I don't know whether I'm gonna go out on a limb and say his jury is real. I don't know it's not, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and say his jury is real. Everything that he's doing, you know what I'm saying. Clearly he's above through. But what she sees is she sees a man who's lacking. She sees a man who's weak. That's really what she sees. Right. She sees a guy who's hiding behind some things, and so there lies. And once again, this is no attack to this brother. This is a lot of brothers who present this time. Now, in truth, I have done this myself. Let the King Goon be honest. I have done this. I have been guilty of these things in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not to certain degrees. However, I have been guilty of this. So this is why I can speak to these things with such certainty. This is why I can speak to these things with such precision because I've been there, right? And so what I would like to do is be able to help young brothers be able to stop trying to, be able to stand in a more masculine frame, be able to maintain frame, and not try to hide behind anything. Brothers, you should be in a clean shirt. You know what I'm saying? And it should be buttoned up, pants tucked. You should be smelling good. Your teeth should be clean and white. The things, your posture, you know what I'm saying? All of these things are much more important to a woman. All these women basically have popped on this gentleman, and he basically came on here and said, "Hey, I'm willing to do whatever." You know what I'm saying? Because I got my bread up, right? That's what he said. However, yet they still rejected him. So what? Excuse me. So what did he really gain? I think it was a net loss. You know what I'm saying? Not because they didn't pick him, because they may have all popped on me. However, they would have popped on me because I'm an a-hole. Maybe you see what I'm saying? But you're not gonna pop on me for looking like a mark. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he looked like a mark. I don't want to say that once again. However, I just don't particularly think that this was the right presentation approach for brother. Thank you, Yana. You know what I'm saying? I think that
Not really. I just feel like he's too flashy for me, So yeah, he can, try to dim it down just a little bit if he's looking for, a good woman. So nope, go ahead. Mhm.
People don't have anything. Like this notion that we're doing so well, like we're really not. You know what I'm saying? Black people have 2% of the wealth collectively in this country. So it's all cap. I said this on Kendra, and I'm saying it again. It's facts. This is why you need to be with your own people, and this is why you need to understand that, you know what I'm saying, you only gonna be strong dealing with your own people because you can't get on in another community like you can in your own. That's just the bottom line. You have to work with your own people, and that's, you know what I'm saying, that's just the bottom line of that. Let's see. That look, he got a lot going on, isn't attractive at all. The change out too much. Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
fancy. And listen, and here's the thing, and it's funny you said it because here's the thing. I had nice about 12 grams. Ouch, gizmo. Y'all got excuse me. I burnt myself at the. I got my one. I tore myself up, and it dang on something jumped up on that sauce, and Gizmo keep hitting me. She keep hitting that dang on wound. Let me turn you this way. Okay. Here's the thing when you're dealing with this stuff. Presentation is everything. You know what I'm saying? Presentation, the way you pushing it is more likely the way people are gonna receive it. And so, when you coming off like that, and listen, trust me, I like chains. I like gold chains. But I like solid gold ropes. I don't like a lot of this new stuff. I don't like the silver. I don't know what they call it, white gold. I don't know what these guys today are wearing. I like real 14 karat gold. That I come from that era. Every day was more so, hit and miss. You know what I'm saying? I had to roll. So, some certain things tend to be hit and miss. But I think a lot of times, especially now, less is more, and women are not. It's
Impressed
a lot
with.
of women. Yes, thank you, Yana. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you very much. Because a lot of times, what they're seeing is, yeah, bro, but if you gonna spend it on me, it look like you got it. But
Mhm.
however, a lot of times, guys that look like they got it don't got it,
Oh,
right?
God.
So women tend to be hip to that. Yeah, he's way too flashy. He should dress more conservative. Yeah, definitely. When I think that'd be a better look. I think that would be a much better look. I think in terms of being able to present yourself and because I think he would have got a very different outcome because the brothers, you know what I'm saying, handsome brother, and you know what I'm saying, he came out there without the jury. You know what I'm saying? And then wouldn't have threw out the pop bottles in clubs and things of that nature. I
Mm.
think I think that was something he could have left out. You know what I'm saying? So this is once again this is because we got some sisters in the chat. When you're looking for hey, and which a lot of y'all are very intelligent. You can kind of see through a lot of fans. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like sunglasses indoors. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I like if you're gonna wear something, their sunglasses out, but they should be at a 10, they should be to clear up. That's what I did with my that's what I did with my what you still the giz ain't really good, so she really fighting to sleep, y'all. That is what the giz. Hold on, let me see if she still wants some of the money. Hold on, my check. See if she no, she don't want that. Okay. Yeah, matter of fact, I can give her some Cheetos. Yeah, so when you're dealing with this stuff, so you just gotta pay attention, be able to look at things from a three-dimensional standpoint, be able to see the whole, be able to see it all, and not miss anything. Miss Yana, what you trying to ask? Oh,
No, I ain't say anything. Did you want me to?
got it now, so that way, you know what I mean.
Right.
But once again, this is new. Shout out. Listen, y'all just now here. Can you cue the music, or is it gonna take a minute to get to?
No,
Yeah,
I
you got
got
it
you.
on. Listen to this, y'all.
Give me a 5-second commercial break. One moment.
Okay. Is it possible to turn your phone sideways? Me select, yes, I can do that for you. Would that be better?
1, 2, 3.
G, where was Sophie? This is my when to go. This is my when to go. One is a beauty, the other's alone. To prove my father's work, I leave my force to work. Here's my when to go.
So cute. No, I think she was talking about me.
So that's a good idea to see if we can do that. Now, we're not gonna spend too much time on that, brother, because in the end, he was just, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, once again, he's representative of a lot of brothers who are struggling with these issues. You think that coming off as pseudo masculine is the move. Awesome, please put your phone back. Okay. How about that? Is that better? Okay. Tim, okay, y'all know I don't know what the hell I'm doing, all right? So this stuff is gonna get better because y'all done seen it, y'all seeing it, you know what I'm saying, in real time. Uh now,
Mhm.
now, like I said, once again, I'm not using that, brother. I don't want to drag no black man except for the ones I'm gonna drag. You'll know when I'm dragging a guy. I'm saying I'm definitely not dragging him. I just want to use him, you know what I mean, to highlight some of the things that we do, you know what I'm saying? And we need to do a better job of it, you know what I'm saying, instead of trying to hide behind finite things that can be taken. Because what happens when these things are taken, then you know what I'm saying, what do you do, right? What do you do to my joints? You know what I'm saying? At least give me a doggone like. And hey Gizmo, you want another? Giz wants another. Yana, are you looking for that one thing, Miss
Up
Yana?
next.
Yes. Yeah. Put on that one guy. Yeah. Let's get to that because that's really what I want to deal with.
Okay.
Respect. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. This is what I really want to discuss, y'all. We all come for this guy.
You hear me? What's your name? Dang. You hear me? What's your name? LeBron James.
Thank you. You all know him. So that is Charleston White. He's a stone cold crash out. He's a guy who has been on the internet for several years. Initially, I believe that he started out as some sort. He was doing youth advocacy work after he did some time in prison
I'm
for
s-
for for a murder that he was involved in, where his friend, they were trying to steal a jacket from a store, and I guess a white guy came out, some guy came out to try to stop it, a good Samaritan, and he was shot down. Charleston actually testified on his friend, and so he received a lesser sentence that recently just came out. And however, but here's the thing. This is what I want to say about black men and how they sell their soul in order to get on. Now, initially, what happened with him is when he couldn't
I'm sorry to
when
cut you off because it's your Wi-Fi. Turn your
my
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi
Yeah, it's
is
really
it?
bad. Yes. Turn your Wi-Fi on.
I don't know what he doing. Let's
Yeah, I
see.
apologize for cutting you off.
No. Thank you. Let's see here. Hold on. The gear's trying to run off the bed. Hold on. Let me put her on a. Put her. The gear's trying to make a move. No, because you tried to make a move, pumpkin. No. Okay, so let's see. How can I do this, y'all?
So
Let
if
me
your
try.
Wi-Fi is it's not on, Turn it on. Go to your settings or whatever, or swipe down.
Yeah, wonderful Wi-Fi. Obviously, I'm not a woman. What do you want? And then we can always go from there. See, that's always my thing. What do you want? And we can go from there. Are your expectations reasonable? Right? You know what I'm saying? And then we can go from there. So tell me what you would like, and then we can kind of go from there. All right, now back to this lane. You know what I'm saying? This now here's what a lot of black men do. Now here my real drag. Because first of all, one thing awesome, you know what I'm saying, believes in is being accountable. I've all y'all hear me say this. The goon believes in accountability. I stand on whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't run from no responsibility. This guy is a snitch. He told on his friend. And then he said, I ain't got no friends. You know what I'm saying? When they finally pulled his card. So you tell black men 1 minute you're trying to hedge your bets. You're trying to talk about the black community as if you're trying to uplift it, but then you turn around and do things like this. You know what I'm saying? Then you call it playing a character. There's nothing that's funny about this. We all know what this Confederate flag represents. And so when you do things like this, you make yourself look weak. And it's a lot of black men who will do anything in order to get on in another community, but these people will never truly accept you. You know what I'm saying? That's just the bottom line. They don't respect people like this. I'm telling you what I know. They don't like me, but at least they respect me. You see what I'm saying? Because in the end, I've always stood tall. It's always facts. When I was in front of them people, when it was time to debrief, when it was time to uh, tell, I wouldn't even tell what I did in cases. You know what I'm saying? I would say, listen, I'm signing a Kennedy plea, which means, you know what I'm saying? I'll say I'm guilty, but I'm not getting in front of here saying what I did and who did what and where I was and who's. I don't roll like that. You know what I'm saying? So when guys like this, these are the worst. These are some of the worst. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I hate black men like this more than I hate white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? I really do because I expect that from them, right? I expect them to not want to see me to want to see me in a subservient role or not to see me in a position that's favorable. I expect that when your own people do this type of weak stuff and you drag your own people through the mud, and then you think that somehow you know what I mean that somebody in another community is going to put you. They'll use you for what you good for, as they should, and then when they're done with you, you can't play me like that. I'm not going to allow you to play me like that. And that's why I just don't do anything for money. And this is what I, and this is the and this is why this video is so important, because there's so many black men that are pushing so many narratives out there just to be able to get clicks and likes and views, but at what cost? What what are you made of when you can't look yourself in the mirror? Yeah, you got some money, but that money comes and it goes, dog. You up today, you down tomorrow. What are your core set of principles? What are your core values and beliefs? If you don't got that, dog, I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. The goon got that. Excuse me. New sub here. Vay Miss J. Thank you. I appreciate you, Vay Miss J. Shout out to Vay Miss J. She new to the house. Come in, Daisy. The Gizmo, y'all, she ate so good today, y'all. She had such a good meal. And so I know once she goes to sleep, she gonna sleep so good. So I love her so much. And so this is why black men, this is so important. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Y'all trying to hold women accountable and trying to make them agree with you. Women only respect men who are building and taking what they want. Don't nobody care nothing about no guy trying to take some Kevin Samuels bullet points about hold women accountable. I was telling somebody accountability is for men, dog. Accountability is for men. It ain't for women. Yes, if she can be accountable, that would be great. That's a bonus. But her life is going to be great no matter what. If she possesses certain qualities, if she's pretty, if she's helpful, if she, you know what I'm saying, she's cooperative, if she's quiet, her life is going to be great. You as a man cannot escape accountability. And that's facts. And if you don't know that, then you dumb. And that's your problem, dog. Stop listening to these cornball podcasters who don't mean you no good, who just passing the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Because any man who complains about women 24/7 clearly has a problem dealing with them. Because you should understand the nature of a woman. The nature of a woman, dog, is what it's always been. So when you think that you're trying to hold her accountable, you're thinking that, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to hold your own. Wait a minute, that's a whole nother. See, y'all see, there go the goon. The goon in me starts going on a tangent. That's a whole nother, you know what I'm saying. Back to this clown. Back to this clown who want to drag his own people. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. You know what I'm saying? He said so many things, and it's not just him. There's a lot of black men out here that's like him. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them are preachers, pastors. I can't stand a lot of them. I can't stand a lot of them black preachers.